Hi, welcome to our band class. Melissa is going to be doing the class with us. She's very strong and flexible, so you might not look like her, and that's okay. So she's a great example though. So we're going to start by putting the band around your thighs. Good, and bend your knees, place your feet flat on the mat. Okay, so using this booty band, it's going to give you some opposition. I really want you to feel those outer hips. So I want you to pull the band apart as you inhale, feeling the width in your pelvis, and then exhale, just release that tension. Try that again. You're going to pull the band apart and release. And right now the band is up as close to our pelvis as we can get it. So deep breath, expand the band, exhale, just release, but find your scoop. Try that 4 more times. Open and release. Make sure you're not tensing your neck or your shoulders. Try that 3 more times. Last 2, pull the band apart and just release that. Now this last one, let's pull the band apart, find your core, and pulse it apart for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slide the band down to right above the knees, so we're just moving the band from closer to the hips to a little bit further away. We're still on our thighs. You're going to pull the band apart and release. Again, pull the band apart and release. So notice that this is a little bit more challenging, or maybe it's a little less challenging. Hopefully it should be a little bit more challenging to pull the band apart. Try that 4 more times. Good. Here's 3 and release. Last 2, pull the band apart. Now this last one we're going to pulse again. So pull it apart and pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Slide the band all the way down to right above the ankles. Good. Okay, and straighten the legs out on the mat. So you're going to flex your feet, toes up to the ceiling, widen the pelvis to pull the band apart and release that. Good. So again, pull the band apart and release. Stretch that band wide. Feel those outer hips. Good. Try not to lock the knees when you do this. Pull the band apart and release 4 more times. Inhale as you stretch the band. Exhale as you resist. Last 3. Good. 2 more. Pull the band apart, and like we did on the other 2, you're going to pulse it apart for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. So we're going to do the 100 with our band around our thighs, or our band around our legs. You can choose if you want it around your thighs, high or low, or around your ankles. I'm going to have Melissa keep hers around her ankles. So she's going to pull the band apart and really press her legs down into the mat. She's not going to lift her legs up. I want you to choose if you want to lift your head up or not. So if you're lifting your head up, you're going to curl up and over the front ribs, roll the shoulders back, and pump up and down for the 100. Now you also could keep the head down. You could put one hand behind the head. A lot of times in class we put a pillow or a ball behind our head. But if possible, have your head curled up. Melissa's showing that one hand behind the head. You're going to pump those arms up and down. Really feel the connection in the back of the shoulders to pump. And big exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. So inhale, pull the band apart, and exhale, tighten your core. Try that 4 more times. Pull the band apart, and exhale, tighten the core. 3 more, deep breath in. Big exhale, scoop your abs. 2 more, stretch outward into the band and scoop the abs, and make sure you're not using the shoulders too much or locking the legs. And exhale, lower the arms and head down. Very good. Okay, let's keep the band around the legs. Reach your arms up to the ceiling. You're going to curl your spine and roll up. Now put the band around the feet. Good, and sit up tall. So use your modifications. If you have osteoporosis, remember you're going to hinge. If you don't have osteoporosis, you're going to work on tucking. So let's do the hinge first. So you're growing tall through your spine, you're pulling your legs apart, and you're going to hinge back just a little bit, find your lower abs, and use your abs, not your legs, to come back up. Don't go too far. Inhale, hinge back, feel those abs pull in to help you sit up even taller. So this is a really great way if you're modifying for osteoporosis. If you don't need that modification, you're going to round. So tuck your pelvis, Roll back as far as you can. You could go all the way down to the mat. Reach your arms to the ceiling. You're gonna pull the band apart and then nod the chin to the chest and roll up. And if you can't get all the way up, that's okay. Try that again. Roll back, roll down your center line. Make sure you're not rolling to your stronger side. You could reach your arms over your head if you'd like. Reach your arms back up to the ceiling. Now pull the band apart, curl up your center line. This is where you're gonna try not to go to that stronger side. Even if you don't come up, that's okay. Tuck the pelvis and roll back. Good, arms go over the head. Reach back up to the ceiling, pull the band apart and roll back up. Pull the abs in as you roll up. Let's try to do 4 more. So either hinging or rounding. Try not to overly engage the shoulders or the quads. The goal of this exercise is spinal articulation. Good. Again, roll back. Pull those abs in as you roll down. Good. And really connect those outer hips to pull the band apart to roll back up. If you're still with me, do 2 more. If not, feel free to take a break. Good. Remember, Pilates is about quality of movement, not quantity. So make sure you're not just doing these to get them done, but you're doing them correctly. Last one. Tuck the pelvis, roll back. Arms go over the head. And then big exhale, pull the abs in to come back up. All right, for the transition, just remove the band from the feet. You're gonna hold it with your hands, tuck the pelvis, and roll back. Bend your right knee into your chest, put the band around your right foot, and hold the band with both hands. Let's just start with a hamstring stretch. So this right leg you'd like it to be straight, so try to, and since Melissa's so flexible, some of you might be here to get your leg straight, and that's okay. So we would like, ideally, the foot to be over the hip. Now, if you have more range of motion, like Melissa, you're gonna bend your elbows wide, pull your shoulder blades together, and as long as this leg is straight, you can pull it closer to you, whatever your range of motion is. You just wanna stretch the back of the leg. So she's bending her elbows, pulling her shoulder blades together, so she's holding her arms from her upper back and not hanging out of her shoulder joint. Let's just point and flex this foot. Good, point and flex. Let's do 2 more. Very good. Now, just relax the foot, or maybe even point it a little bit, pushing the ball of the foot into the band. You're gonna hold the band with your left hand. Right arm goes down by your side. For one-legged circle, take the leg across the body to the left, circle down. It's not gonna go very far, around and stop at the top. But I want you to push your foot into the band, especially as you're coming around, and use your core to lift your leg up. Let's do 2 more. Good, last one. Now this is a great way, especially if you're just starting to do Pilates, to do the one-legged circle. I'm gonna have Melissa remove the band. She's gonna put the band behind her back, and her hands are gonna go in the band. So if you're in a level 1 class, maybe try it this way. If you're in foundations, just repeat what we just did. So lengthen your right leg up to the ceiling. Pull the band apart by broadening your shoulders. You're gonna reach your leg across, down, around, and stop at the top. Reach across, pull the band apart, tighten your core to stop at the top. 2 more times. And lift. Last one, circle and lift. Now to reverse it, I'm gonna have Melissa stay here, but remember, if you're holding the band, switch hands, so you're holding the band with the right hand now. You're gonna circle to the right, cross your center line, and stop at the top. Again, circle to the right, cross over. If you're doing the level 1 version, pull your hands apart a little bit more. Good, last one. Very nice. Okay, scissor the legs to switch. And we're gonna grab that band and put it around our left leg. Good. So again, this right knee can be bent or straight. It really just depends on how it feels in your body. We would like this left leg to be straight. So go to wherever you need to. If you have tighter hamstrings, you're gonna be more like this. So if you have more range of motion, bend your elbows wide, pull your shoulder blades together, push your foot up into the band and feel that big stretch in the back of the leg. Slowly inhale, feel those shoulder blades retract, and exhale. Good. Again, deep breath in. Now point and flex the foot. Push your foot into the band and use the band to help you flex the foot more. Good. 1 more time. All right, for my foundations class, you're gonna hold onto the band with the left hand. So notice the left hand is supporting the band, the right hand. The left arm goes down by your side. Reach that left leg across the body, circle down, around, and up. Reach across. That right arm is just kind of guiding and holding the band. 2 more times. Good. And reverse. I'm sorry. I meant to say one more. Let's reverse. Switch your hand. So hold on to the band with the left hand. Right arm goes down by your side. So I'm still doing the foundations version. You're going to circle to the left. If you're in level 1, remember you could put your band behind your back and just do it that way. This is also really nice too, even if you're in level 1. It's a really great way to circle the leg and the hip. 1 more time. Very nice. Okay, if you have the band around the foot, you can lower the leg down, remove the band. Let's put the band around our hands. So you're going to have the band on the outer edges of the hands. Reach your arms up to the ceiling. Now before we go anywhere, I want you to pull the band apart by widening your chest. And release. So feel the collarbones, the shoulders widen to push outward into the band. Let's try that 2 more times. Press out into the band. Good. Last one, press out into the band. Now can you keep that connection of pressing out into the band and try that roll up again. So lower the chin to the chest, curl up your center line and roll up. If you didn't make it all the way up, roll to your side and press yourself up. For rolling like a ball, we're going to hold the band again and put your feet in the band. Okay, so tuck your pelvis to rock to the back edge of the sit bones. Bend your elbows wide to the side and push your feet into the band. If you have osteoporosis, don't roll. If you're on a hard surface at home, don't roll, like a yoga mat on a hardwood floor, don't roll. So you're gonna possibly do this. Put your feet down on the mat, sit up very tall and lifted, and see if you could use the strength in your powerhouse to tuck the pelvis, push into your feet, and roll just right behind your sit bones. Don't go into your lower back. Again, you're putting your feet on the mat, sitting tall and lifted, and then use your powerhouse to rock right behind the sit bones. If you're on a good mat and you would like to roll, you have a spine that's able to roll, you're gonna tuck your pelvis so much you have to roll back, but keep pushing your feet into the band and come right back up. Bend your elbows wide, roll back, keep pushing those feet into the band and roll back up. You wanna make sure you're not rolling onto your neck or your head, so you wanna stop about mid-back, and pushing your feet into the band helps control that. Try that 4 more times. This is just rolling out your spine. It's decompressing the spine. It should feel really nice. Good. 2 more. Keep pushing your feet into the band even as you roll back. Last one. Very nice. All right, you're warmed up. Let's do the ab series of 5. So you're gonna lie down on your back, and let's put the band around our feet. I think that's what we said. Oh no, let's put it around our thighs. This is getting warm. Okay, so remember from the beginning of class, you could have the band more towards the knee or more towards the thighs. Lie down on your back. Good. For single knee stretch, you could keep your head down or take your hands behind your head and curl up. Bend your knees into your chest. Good, so as you pull your right knee towards you, send your left leg away, feel that stretch in the band, and switch. Good, inhale, switch, exhale, switch, inhale, switch. So this is great if you have your head curled up. Go ahead and put your head down, arms down by your sides. If you're doing this and you're feeling your neck, angle those feet up to the ceiling a little bit more. Yeah, keep tension on your band, but your angle's gonna be higher. The more you lower those legs down, the more it's gonna connect into your core. And if you don't have those core connections, the more it's gonna go into your neck. Go ahead and take your hands behind your head and curl up. Do 3 more, and switch. Last 2, and switch. 1 more, and rest your head and rest your feet. Nice. All right, the second one, double knee stretch. Same setup. You could have your head down or curl your head up. I'm gonna have Melissa curl her head up to show that. Bend both knees into your chest. Now can you press out into the band? Lengthen your legs out. Keep pressing out into the band to bend your knees to come back in. So your legs, you're pressing your thigh bones out into the band, and most importantly, make sure your knees are wide. They're tracking out with your thigh bones and not rolling in. So press out and pull back in. So if you're modifying with your head down and your arms down by your side, your legs are gonna go more towards the ceiling or maybe at your forward diagonal, but same thing, pull the band apart. Make sure you're using your core and not your neck and shoulders. Try that 2 more times. Pull the band apart as you lengthen the legs away. Last one with your head up or your head down. Lower your head, lower your legs, and rest for scissors. All right, for scissors, hands behind the head and curl up. Bend your knees into your chest, lengthen your legs up to the ceiling. Now pull your right leg towards you as you press your left leg away, equidistance, and switch. Pull, pull more, and switch. Pull, pull. Now you could take both hands and pull from the back of your leg, just not on your knee joint. Pull, pull, switch. However much you're pulling one leg towards you, that's how much the other leg is going away. If your head is down, your arms are by your side, you're doing the same thing from your lower abs. Just don't let that bottom leg drop too far. Really pull that leg towards you. Let's try 3 more. And switch. Last 2. Good. And switch. 1 more on each side. And rest. Very good. 3 of 5. Let's do double leg stretch. So hands behind the head and curl up, or double leg lower lip. There we go. Bend your knees into your chest and lengthen your legs up to the ceiling. Stay curled up, so go ahead and curl up and over those front ribs. Press out into the band. You're gonna lower the legs down as you inhale and keep pressing out into the band, lift back up. Now to make this harder, and I might do this, is slide the band a little bit more right above the knees and press out into the band. Lower, 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 and lift, lift, lift. And if you need more of a challenge, you could slide the band below the knees, around your shins, or even around kind of closer to the ankles. Lower, lower, lower. Use the abs to lift. 4 more. If your head is down and your arms are down by your side, same thing. Make sure you're not going into your neck. You're going to use the abs, especially scoop from those lower abs to lift the legs up. Keep pressure into the band. The legs stay wide. The knees stay wide. Last time, inhale as you lower. Exhale, lift, and rest. All right, crisscross is the last one. If you don't want to curl your head up, you're just going to repeat the first one. So let's review the first one. You're going to bend your knees into your chest and lengthen your left leg out. So this is the one where we're pulling one knee towards us and then sending the other leg away and switch. So if you're keeping your head down, repeat the first one. If you don't mind taking the hands behind the head and curling up, you're going to curl up and twist towards your bent knee and switch. Good. Switch and switch. Really use this band to anchor that opposite hip. So when Melissa twists to the right, she's going to keep her left hip down. Same thing to the left, keeping the right hip down. Do 4 more and switch. Here's 3 and switch. Last 2. Good job. Crisscross is a great way to strengthen the obliques and rest. Nice job. Okay, to transition, we're going to do a roll up. So to do the roll up, lengthen the legs out. Separate the legs wide and reach the arms up to the ceiling. Curl the spine and roll the spine up off the mat, or roll to your side and come up. Move the band to put it right around your feet. Good. Now pull the band apart as much as you can. Reach your arms out in front of you. Okay. So you're going to curl from the head, neck, and shoulders to slide those hands over a low tabletop. Pull the abs in to reach forward, and then inhale, lift your spine to stack up. Use your exhalation to stretch your spine forward. Could you pull your band apart more? And then inhale, lift your spine back up. Big exhale, pull the abs in and up, and then lift back up. Let's try 4 more deep breaths. So exhale when you stretch your spine forward. Inhale as you stack back up. 3 more. Big exhale. Notice how Melissa is keeping her pelvis neutral as she stretches her spine forward. 2 more, big stretch. Good, and lift. Last time, pull those abs in as you stretch and stretch a little more forward and lift back up. All right, for our corkscrew, we are going to put the band behind our back again. We're gonna do that for our foundations and level 1. So lie down on your back and bend your knees over your hips. So some of us we might be having our pelvis on the band, or we might have our pelvis below the band. Actually, the band might be below the pelvis. I was just thinking longer arm people. Bend your knees over your hips. All right, for my foundations people, I want you to pull the band apart, keep the legs together and the knees bent. You're gonna circle to the right, down, around, and stop at the top, and circle to the left, down, around, and stop at the top. Remember, we talked about the hips will move, the hips lift, because the legs stay together. Pull the band apart as you do this. For my level 1 group, you're gonna lengthen your legs and do the same thing. Keep your legs together as you circle one direction and stop and then circle the other direction. Good, keep pulling the band apart as you circle. Keep pressing the arms down into the mat. And circle the other way. Let's do one more, either with the knees bent or the legs straight. Pull your band apart. Press the back of your arms down into the mat. Last time, circle. Very good. And lift. Lower the legs down, remove the band. Good, and we're gonna hold the band with the hands, pull the band apart. Lengthen the legs out to the end of the mat and separate the legs the width of the hips, just as if there was a band around them. Curl the spine up off of the mat for scissors. Now for saw, thank you. We are gonna slide the band up to the thighs. The other S word. Okay, take your legs wide. I'm gonna have Melissa put her heels off the mat. If you're at home, take your legs really wide. Take your arms out to the side. So for foundations, let's just do a simple twist to the right. Notice the pelvis is staying still, the legs don't move. Simple twist to the left. So that's where I want you to start. If you're in this position on the floor, you can always come up and sit on a chair, put the band around your thighs with your feet on the floor and do the simple twist. Now we're gonna add the stretch forward. So this is the saw. She's gonna twist and reach 3. Further 2, pull your band apart, stack up, and untwist. Lift, twist. So it's your twist with that spine stretch forward, and then reach through your back hand, stack up and untwist. Inhale, lift, twist, reach 3, further 2, further 1. Let's do one more. Pull the band apart, pull the knees apart, even turn the knees out a little bit. Stack up in your twist and untwist. You can bring your legs a little closer together, take the band off, put it around your hands for swan. So you're gonna pull the band apart and lie down on your stomach. So you could, in class we put a paper towel on the band. If this is your band at home, don't even worry about this. You're gonna put your head on the band. Now your hands are on the inside of the band. You're gonna pull the band apart, lift your elbows up off the mat so they're nice and wide, really connecting into your shoulders and your lats. Now keeping your head on the band, lift your eyes, your hands come with you, lift your collarbones, try to soften the quads and the glutes and tighten your core a little bit more and lower back down. They're working, but they're not the only muscles that are working. Pull the band apart, lift your eyes, your hands start to come up, lift your collarbones, feel that bend in your upper back and the strength in your upper back, and lower back down. 2 more, your legs could be parallel or slightly turned out. They could be completely together or hip distance apart, whatever works best for you. If you have a tight back, hip distance is gonna be better. So lift, nice, and lower. I like how she's getting longer as she lifts. Try that one more time. Pull that sternum forward as you lift your collarbones and lower. Sit back into rest position, so sit back on your heels, round your spine, and stretch. Good. Okay, for shoulder bridge, face this direction and lie down on your back. This one, no, shoulder bridge. You're gonna put the band around the thighs. Yes. All right, shoulder bridge is gonna get us ready for our side kick. So turn on those outer hips, step your feet a little wider than your hips, and then I want you to press out into the band. So essentially we're tracking our thighs, our knees, and our feet a little bit wider than our hips to give us that connection to our outer hips. Standing in your feet, you're gonna lift the hips up with an inhale. Good. Nice, so the ribs are in line with the pelvis. This is a really great example of what I talk about in class. And then you're gonna roll the spine down. Feel that tuck, feel the spine lengthen into the mat. Good, and release at the bottom. So find those glutes and hamstrings to lift the hips up. Find that little pelvic floor scoop so that you have a slight tuck. And then keep that tuck as you roll down, lengthening your spine into the mat. Very good. Press out into the band as you lift your hips up. Good. And roll down. Nice. Let's do 3 more. Press out into the band as you lift your hips up. And notice you're pressing your arms down as if you had a band around your hands. And roll the spine down. 2 more. Lift with an inhale. This is called shoulder bridge. And then exhale. Roll your spine down. Nice job. Standing on those feet. 1 more time. Lift the hips up, pulling the band apart, feeling those outer hips, and then roll the spine down. Very good. Now that we found the outer hips, I'm going to have Melissa turn this direction for some side kicks. Line your body up with the back of your mat. Bring your feet to the front corner of the mat. Good. So you want to just support your spine, your neck especially, so your neck is in line with your spine. Melissa has her head down. You could add a pillow or a prop. Sometimes we put a ball underneath our head, but you want to just have this really long spine. Now lift your top leg up as you press your bottom leg down. Pull those abs in a little bit more, and then just lower the leg down. Let's practice that again. Lift the leg up as you press your bottom leg down and lower the top leg down. Press down with your right hand, or whatever hand is in front of you. Press that down into the mat. Good, and lower. Nice. Lift and lower. You should start to feel that outer hip of this top leg turn on, because we're about to do our front back. 2 more. This is just a little warm up. Now lift your leg and stay there. So your foot could be a little higher than the hip if you're using a mirror to help you at home. I just want you to feel the stretch in the band. And remember, again, the band could be more towards the hips or more towards the knee. You're going to kick your leg forward. Keep pressing your bottom leg down and kick your leg back. Nice. Kick forward. Now tighten your abs as you kick back so you get that big hip stretch. Keep stretching your band, so keep that leg up as you kick forward and kick back. Nice job. Kick forward. Keep stretching that leg. Kick back. Nice. Let's do 4 more. Kick forward and kick back. Again, kick forward. Keep that leg up. It's really hard. Let's do 2 more. Forward kick and back kick. Last time, press down with your bottom leg. Kick back, and then finish by lowering the leg down. Now turn your top leg out as much as you can, but it's most important to keep your hips stacked. You're going to reach out to lift your leg up. Turn your leg out in your hip and lower your leg down. Reach out to lift that leg up and lower back down. Melissa's doing a really good job of not letting her pelvis mush down into the mat to hike her leg up. So even if it's not high, you want to reach out, lift your leg up, and keep your bottom waistline lifted. 4 more times. Lift and lower. Keep turning your leg out. 3 and lower. Keep the hips stacked. So you might think top hip forward, top leg turns out. Last one and lower back down. Nice. You should be feeling the top leg, that outer hip. You're going to move back into parallel with your top leg and lift it just the height of the hip. Now this time you're going to circle forward up to the ceiling, around and down. Forward, up. Really work on lifting that leg up from the outside of that, whatever leg is in front, that top hip. 4 more. Here's 3. Emphasize lifting up. Last one, and lower the leg down. Nice. Let's reverse that. So lift the leg up. This time, circle back towards the back of your mat, up to the ceiling, around and down. Back up, around and down. When we don't have the band, a lot of times we circle right over the ankle. This is kind of different. We're circling, we're really emphasizing that lift of the leg and circling up. Do 1 more and lower the leg down. Very good. Let's just switch to the other side. We're going to skip inner thigh lift in circles. So just turn your head around towards the camera and your legs around this way so you can see what she's doing. So bring your feet to the front corner of the mat. You guys could just flip over, or you could turn around like we did. You can press your top hand down into the mat, pull your abs in. Really get your spine long. You want to work your entire body. Lift your top leg up as you press your bottom leg down and lower the leg down. Again, lift and lower. So we're connecting this long leg into the back of the hip. And lower. Lift and lower. 4 more. Can you get longer as you lift? Here's 3. And lower. Last 2. Now lift the leg up, and you're going to kick the leg forward and kick the leg back. Again, forward kick and back kick. Can you keep your leg lifted as you kick forward? Don't let it drop. And then tighten your abs, keeping that leg lifted as you kick back. Try that 4 more times. And kick back. Here's 3. And kick back. Nice job. 2 more. Stretch the band apart and kick back. Last time, forward kick, back kick, and lower the leg down. Now keeping the shoulders and hips stacked, that bottom waistline lifted, you're going to turn your top leg out. Reach out to lift the leg up and lower back down. You want to keep that bottom waistline lifted as you lift your leg up and lower. You should really feel this. If you've ever done clam, it's like clam, but a lot harder. Lift and lower. 4 more times. Lift and lower. Keep spiraling your knees and toes to the ceiling as you roll that top hip forward. 2 more. Last time, turn that leg out and lower. Nice job. Lift your leg the height of the hip or maybe a little bit more. Move the top leg back to parallel. Now we're gonna circle forward, up, around and down. Forward, up, around and down. Big circles. Lift and lift. Try that 4 more times, emphasizing that lift. 3, here's 2. Now reverse, go back up, around and down. I didn't give you the break, that's okay, you don't need it. Back up, around and down, circle. Good, emphasize that lift up 4 more times. Here's 4, 3, 2, last one, and lower the legs down. Very good. For the teaser, you're gonna turn around, face the front of the mat again. And we're gonna put our feet, we'll do teaser 1 leg prep. So you're gonna bend your knees and place your right foot in the band. And hold the band with both of your hands. Now keep your knees together, and if you have that hamstring flexibility, you're gonna bend your elbows wide, pull your shoulder blades together. Tuck your pelvis, roll back, keep pushing into that band. Your knees stay together, your arms might straighten, and then you're gonna roll back up. If you have osteoporosis, lengthen your spine and just hinge back. Good, use your arms to help you find more core and come back up. We're gonna go back to rounding. Tuck your pelvis, roll back, keep pushing into your foot. Keep those knees together. Let's try that 1 more time. Tuck that pelvis like you did in the roll up. Roll back, come back up, and then just switch legs. So keep your knees together. Lengthen that left leg out. If you have that range of motion, bend your elbows, pull your shoulder blades together, lift your spine up. From here, tuck your pelvis and roll back, pushing into that band, and then round back up. If you have osteoporosis, you're gonna hinge back, not very far, and then use your abs to lift you back up, back to rounding. Tuck your pelvis, roll back. Let's try that 1 more time. So once you get this, we really practice this a lot in foundations and level 1, but if you haven't, try putting both feet in the band. Good, and if you have that range of motion, you're lifting, pulling your shoulder blades together. Now press your feet into the band as you tuck your pelvis, roll back, and roll back up. Notice the legs hopefully don't move too much. The upper body rolls back towards the mat and then rolls up to the legs, and the legs stay still. If you have both legs up, do 2 more, or you could do 2 more on the right leg and 2 more on the left leg. Last one, roll back and come all the way back up. That's your teaser 1, and you can lower the legs down. Very good. For swimming, lay down on your stomach. You're gonna put your hands back in the band and straighten your arms and legs. Good. Just put you in the middle of the mat. There we go. Good. Okay, you keep wiggling. Move your shoulders this way.
Oh,
there you go. Okay, so press down with the left hand to lift your right arm up. Yeah, so feel that arm being picked up from your shoulder blade. This looks really nice. And then let's just do the arms for a second. Lower the right arm down. Press down with your right hand to pick your left arm up and lower. Let's practice that 2 more times. Lift and lower, lift. Now once you got it, add the opposite leg. So right arm, left leg. Good. And lower, straighten those arms. Left arm, right leg. Good. And lower, right arm, left leg. And lower. Press down with the right hand as you lift your left hand and right leg. Good. Lift and lower. So you really want to keep the trunk of your body still. Your shoulders, your hips are your foundation. Your base of support is where I was going with that. And you want to lengthen your limbs away from your base of support. Once you're even, left arm, right leg, you can lower down and get ready for leg pull front support. So foundations, we're gonna bring you to your elbows. You're gonna have the band probably more around the forearms. We even practice putting it around our biceps. Some people like that a little bit better. You're gonna pull the band apart. I like how Melissa has her hands flat on the mat. Now you're gonna come up into a plank. You could be on your knees or even your toes. I really like it if you could come up onto your toes, but Melissa just showed you what it looked like on the knees. So reach your head away from your heels and just hold this plank. As you're doing this, you're gonna rotate your arms out a little bit. Feel the wrap into your lats. If you wanna add a little bit on, you're just gonna rock back and forth. Just like that, rock back and forth. Really connecting the arms into the shoulder girdle. Do 1 more. And And we're all gonna lower down and try that again. So my level 1 people, if you wanna come up on your hands, you can, even if you're in foundations, if that's okay with your wrist, you can do that. So your hands are on the mat. You're gonna tuck your toes under, lift your hips just a little bit, and then straighten your arms and press up into a plank. Pull your arms apart, even feel them turn out ever so slightly. So you could also rock back and pull forward, but if you want a little bit more of a challenge and you're ready for it, you're gonna lift your one leg up. Let's do our right leg, and there you go. Do you pull forward, rock back and lower down. Lift the other leg, pull forward, rock back and lower down. Lift the other leg, pull forward, rock back, lower. One more time, pull forward. So you can do this with 2 feet on the mat or one leg lifted. Go ahead and lower all the way down. All right, let's do the mermaid just because it's nice. So no band needed. You're gonna sit in a Z sit, and if you can't sit in a Z sit, sit in a chair with your feet on the floor. Good, okay, so hold on to your shin with your right hand, lift your left arm up, and side stretch over. So we wanna stay lifted on the side that we're bending, so that right side, and then come back out into a T, and then place your hand on the mat, even forearm on the mat, and you can side bend, trying to keep your right sit bone down and come back up. Try that again, side stretch, come up and over that right side, and then back out into a T, and side stretch the other way, pulling your abs in, trying to keep your sit bones close to the mat. One more time, lift, side bend, good, and then lift, side stretch, come out into a T. Now place your hand on your shin, lift your left arm up. You're gonna place your hand on your elbow and then round towards that knee, pulling the abs in and up. Now to do the other side, just switch your legs. Good, so I'm gonna have Melissa put her feet on the floor to show the modification if you would like to sit in a chair. So you're gonna take your arms out to the side. Now I forget which way we were going. You're gonna side bend up and over to the left. Nice. And then arms out into a T. You're gonna side bend up and over to the right. So notice you're basically doing the same thing you were just doing on the other side. Side bend up and over, lengthen that arm, and come back out into a T. Side stretch up and over. I'm gonna have her do this final one if you're sitting in a Z sit, showing you what that would look like. So back into your Z sit, holding your left shin, lift your right arm up, stretch over. Good, come back out into a T, and then hand or forearm on the mat. Try to keep your left sit bone close to the mat as you open that left side, come back out into a T. Now you're gonna reach up, hold your shin, place your hand on your ear, twist and round towards that knee, pulling the abs in and up. Very good. All right, we're gonna skip our rolling or our seal, which is another rolling exercise, and then we're gonna finish with, do you wanna stand on the mat? We're gonna finish standing with the push-up series. So let's put the band around our, I think we did hands in class, arms. We could do either. You can put it around your legs or arms. I'm gonna have Melissa put it around her arms. So she's gonna reach her arms up to the ceiling, pull the band apart. She's standing feet hip distance apart, which is great. You could also stand in Pilates stance. You're gonna curl your spine, either way works, and roll down. Pull your abs up as you round down. Keep pulling the band apart, and then walk your hands out. It might take more than 3 steps. And you're gonna find your plank. Remember, your plank could be on your elbows, it could be on your knees, or what we really like is it to be on your hands and your feet, if that's possible for you. Now, as you pull the band apart, bend your elbows and straighten your arms. Bend your elbows. I'm gonna have her do 3 today. If you can, work your way all the way up to 8. Now, hike your hips up, and you're gonna walk your hands in mini steps back to your feet. Keep pulling the band apart and roll all the way up. Keep pulling the band apart as you inhale. And you can lower your arms, exhale. And that is your band class. Thanks for joining us. I hope you enjoy it.